cold flame. Yeah, I've heard people say that, if a flame burns so hot that it actually feels cold. And I've heard that some people say that about acetylene torches, that get up to like 2,000 to 3,000 degrees.
Mm-hmm.
And it burns so hot that it basically just kills the nerve ending just completely.
Yeah.
And it just feels cold. You don't feel it at first. And then basically it just, all of a sudden and it's only whenever you bring your hand over it and you feel like if you burned yourself here, it's only when you bring your other hand over it do you actually feel heat through this hand instead of through the actual burn itself.
Yeah. That's
terrifying to me. That's it's literally almost like your body going into shock kind of thing. Hey, Caillou. This is episode 17 of Fullmetal Alchemist, and, we're getting very deep into this, and in terms of what happened in the last episode, I mean, Lieutenant Ross was basically just, arrested for the murder.
Framed.
Yeah. She was framed. We know the truth, but according to the state, she has been arrested and has been accused of the murder of Maze Hughes, which we're not sure 100% where the information is coming from, but I can take a pretty wild guess. But like I was saying, in terms of but we saw at the end of the last episode as well that Havoc, we found out who Havoc's new girlfriend is.
Yeah.
Lust, and that's not good because with her being that close to Mustang, I mean, not saying that
nerve-wracking.
You're not saying that Havoc is going to be a rat or a stool pigeon and basically give information away.
I bet he will unintentionally.
I think he'll give tells. She'll ask him about stuff, and he'll have to be like, "Oh, I can't talk about that." And from his tells, she'll be able to discern and decipher what exactly is going on. But anyway, I guess let's go ahead and jump right into this episode. This is episode...
I don't even care that she's spying on the government. I just care that she's playing with a dude's heart. It's fucked up, man.
It is fucked up, but oh well.
Nobody should do that to them.
Yeah. Hey, you know what they say, man? Is cold in the deep. Sorry.
It's cold in what?
Are
you singing a song?
Yeah.
What song is it?
It's basically, it's just it was a love song about a dude, getting his heart broken and everything, and he was telling his friend about it. His friend was basically and then he said, "It's cold in the deep."
Oh.
When you deep in love.
Oh.
Yeah. You, dove head first in, and you're just, deep in there, deep in the feels and everything. Doesn't matter. It's cold. It can get cold down there.
Love is blinding.
Yeah. The U2 song. Love is blindness. Gosh, that song broke my heart when I first heard it. Anyway, Cold Flame.
What is the caliber of the gun that you carry?
A 45, sir.
Standard issue 45.
Here we have it says here you fired exactly one shot.
I fired my weapon in defense of Edward Elric while in the 5th laboratory. It was definitely not unmanned.
According to your account.
And according to Fullmetal Alchemist, Edward Elric's testimony, and the testimony of Alphonse Elric, and the testimony the testimony of Broach as well.
Broach. Okay.
This is probably Envy that's sitting across the table from her.
Probably.
Yeah, I trust no one now.
At this point, no, I don't trust anyone either. Until Envy's taken out of the game, there's no real trusting anybody.
And if we looked for the bullet, all that we would be able to find is a pile of rubble. Is that what you're saying?
You can tell, literally, if you can tell the state, be like, I would like to request my witnesses.
She fired it at the chopper guy.
Yeah. But,
but they can't bring, that's
Chopper
the whole
out.
big issue, is that all the secret stuff, they can't.
Well, they can talk, they could bring up Edward and Alphonse, and they could basically just say, hey, did you see Maria Ross fire her weapon at the 5th laboratory in defense of you.
She probably
Yes, I
doesn't
did.
know they have the chopper guy in custody right now.
Well, no. I guarantee you that's a secret that only, like, Mustang and his select group know about.
Like, she can request her partner's witness statement, but they're just going to be like, well, of course he's going to defend you. He's your partner.
Well, then, of course, they could call in Edward Elric and Alphonse Elric. They have no prior connection to Maria Ross.
Yeah, Al was the only one that could actually back it up because I think Ed was unconscious.
Potentially, yeah.
Because he was carried
That's
out by
right,
Envy.
yeah.
Yeah.
He was
Not to mention he
unconscious.
was carried out by Envy before she shot at Chopper.
That's
Or
true.
after she shot at Chopper is what I meant. He was
Yeah.
carried out after
So
she
the
shot.
only
So
only
Al
two
is the
would be
witness.
Yeah.
Would be
So if she
Alphonse
could think
and
to
Broach.
call in
Yeah.
Al, then he would be the reputable witness to that.
Yes.
And if they could get the chopper guy to talk, but
Which-
they can't.
But she doesn't know-
Mustang's
she
not
doesn't
giving-
know they
not
have him.
exposing his, like...
Right.
Yeah.
It would someone would have to be on her side that knows he's in custody and knows that happened and there's nobody.
Well, Mustang's not giving him up. Mustang is not going to let the public or let anyone within the military know that Chopper's still alive because
But even
Chopper's
so,
their
there's no
last
way
connection
he-
to the 5th lab.
There's no way he or anybody else that knows that they have him could know that this situation needs him. So
Exactly. It's a very fucked situation.
So
from
you have
the
to
jump.
think about it from the perspective of what the characters know, not what we know.
True.
Yeah.
True.
I was at my parents' house visiting.
All you can offer us is your family's testimony. That is not admissible as an alibi.
Yes, it is.
It's not how alibis
Second
work.
Lieutenant.
That is completely admissible as an alibi, according to. Well, I'm not sure what the laws and regulations
Yeah,
are
I was
here.
going to say probably according to our real world law, and this is a fantasy world with different laws.
Yeah.
Because that's the thing; they could do whatever they want, and it doesn't matter what our law is. Like
They just want
because
to pin it on somebody.
their rules can be different. in
Yeah,
that world.
they're desperate to pin it.
It's like if you try to play Ace Attorney and you go, this is not how the law works. It's like, yeah, they explained that at the very beginning of the first game. I heard someone actually try to make that argument on Ace Attorney before, and I was like, did you not pay attention to the beginning of the game where they literally tell you this is a fantasy law system that doesn't have real world parallels? Like,
Yeah, it's completely separate of its own stuff. But yeah, I get what you're saying. It's just even in a basic thing, like even in a basic like bylaw like system, you would at least have to have your parents as an alibi. Dude, anyone can act as an alibi for you. They just have to have the proof. That's the burden of proof.
and
Ross
see,
is
that's the thing too, is like the proof. What proof do the parents have other than their word of mouth that she was actually there? Like, so.
I guarantee you they could probably talk to the neighbors too. If they have neighbors and be like, did you see Maria Ross there? It's like, oh yes, she left very late. Way after 10 o'clock. It's like, well, that's...
But if nobody saw her, then you got nothing.
Yeah, but, I mean, shake every tree. Like, find everything that you can. Because sometimes the most minute details can lead to the biggest of breakthroughs.
But he's not in, like, I mean, like I said, it could very well be Envy sitting across the table, but this dude's,
I know.
this
but-
dude's clearly not
But
looking
if
to help
but
her out by any
if you're
means
allowed legal
whatsoever.
representation, if I'm Maria Ross and I have legal representation, I'm literally telling my legal representation, get every witness statement you can from both my parents, my neighbors,
So far,
the
it does not look like
passerbys.
she does.
Huh?
Does not look like she does have legal representation.
Well, not right now, no. But
She was sitting there answering questions herself, which you never do. If
no.
By never do, I mean you shouldn't do. I don't mean that. Obviously, that doesn't happen, but obviously that happens all the time. But do not.
Yes.
You should not.
They try to
answer
coerce
questions.
you. They try to coerce you, and it's just like,
Yeah.
so it's like they'd come in at trying to. It's like, hey man, how's it going?
Until
Heard you had a
until your
rough time.
lawyer arrives, the cops will try to get you to answer questions the entire time, and they will not leave you alone until your lawyer gets there. But
Exactly.
You should not answer them ever.
And they'll do everything they can to delay your lawyer too. I've seen that happen. They did that to my mom. Literally, they told my lawyer the wrong room, and they were like, "Oh gosh, we're so sorry. You know, we made a mistake. You know, this that," and basically he had to go. They told him like basically the opposite room on the opposite floor. Like she was all the way down here, and they sent him all the way up here. And basically, he went all the way up there. Found out, oh, sorry, we fucked up. Had to go all the way back down again. You know, elevators, stairwells. You know, it's just, They do. They want every second they can before the lawyer gets there.
They'll also make stuff up. They're allowed to lie and say whatever fantasy situations they want to you to try to get you to give answers to questions that you shouldn't have answered.
Like, they'll just say, yeah, turns out we already had people who've confessed. We found this hair, we found this hair. It belongs
it's like
to
your
you.
brother's in the next room. Like,
he's already
told us everything.
He's already spilled the beans.
Like
It's like, oh yeah?
It's like your brother's actually
name?
still across state, pretty much.
Yeah, just be like, all right, what's my brother's name?
No, which they'll probably have.
Francis?
They'll probably have. They'll probably do their homework before they go in there with false stories, trying to get you to lie, or trying to lie to get you to confess to stuff that you didn't do. So
They also have people feeding them information.
Yeah, they got
from
that.
the outside.
Yeah, there's a lot going into the shit.
So if you're ever in trouble and the cops arrest you and you're sitting there, they're asking you questions, just pretend you don't hear anything happening around you and be completely silent till your lawyer gets there.
In the wise words of my mom's lawyer, up the fuck shut.
If you have to say one thing, it should be, I invoke the Fifth Amendment.
It's like, yeah, just hold up the 5 and be like, I would like to speak with my lawyer.
Yeah, I invoke the Fifth Amendment, and I will not speak until my lawyer arrives.
Exactly.
Lieutenant Ross and I both fired a round from our weapons at the 5th laboratory. It's all written in my report, but everyone's ignoring it, sir.
The stinks
Are
of
they
conspiracy.
trying to frame the second lieutenant for this?
Would seem that way.
You and Al have been off somewhere fighting and digging up information. Information that could get you killed like Mr. Hughes. It terrifies me.
You're sure being nice, Winry.
I'm always nice!
Stop it!
Take that
If it were me, I would take what Hughes's wife said to heart more than most things, which is basically... Essentially, I can't remember exactly what she said, but what I got from what she said was pretty much that Hughes would not want his death to be in vain. And that giving up on figuring out who killed him is not the thing to do.
Yeah.
Yeah. And if the conspiracy that Hughes was investigating winded up getting him killed, then all the more work that needs to be done to bring it into the light.
Mm-hmm.
I agree with that. Oh boy.
Lieutenant Fallman, please connect me to Colonel Mustang.
Like I said, I keep expecting them to say Colonel Mustard whenever this starts.
George.
NSA. Yes.
Please connect me to Colonel Mustard.
Right now. Yes. Yes, this is Miss Scarlet. Don't worry. Mr. Green will know all about it this evening. Convicted on charges, so they didn't even wait for...
No.
They aren't even waiting for a trial.
Second Lieutenant Maria Ross convicted of Brigadier General Hughes' murder. Be the colonel or the major will know something about this.
Something has to be done before something
I'm not really
rash
a fan
happens.
of these.
We've got an intruder. Come on, give us a hand.
Oh shit.
Behave yourself, got it?
I will.
Oh, Barry. Way to shit yourself, boys. He's under orders not to kill them.
Yeah.
Where did you say you were from? Xing, east of the desert.
Oh yeah?
Come with me.
What does that matter?
I don't know. Maybe he knows something.
Well, hello there, sweetheart.
Well, fuck no. If I saw that coming at me and I was locked in a cell, I'd be like, well, this is where I die.
I would be in the cell like, I thought the suffering was a kind of a dumb concept. How is it actually happening?
All of a sudden, he's just like, oh, I can just hear Maria Ross inside, just like, in nomine Padre et Filii et Spiritus Sancti.
I mean, don't get me wrong, it's a metal concept, but it's a dumb concept.
Yes, it is.
She's gonna know who he is, though, because she's seen him.
She does, but she's not aware that he's there on, like...
On those orders to help her.
So her initial response is just gonna be like, I'm gonna die. This is it. I'm dead.
So for context, Kate, The Suffering is a game about a dude who is on death row in a prison on an island, and all of a sudden demons basically appear and start murdering all the prisoners and guards and everyone. So you're like surviving any way you can against these demons that are in a prison.
That sounds like a fun game.
It's actually really.
It's kind of fun. It's a little.
The gameplay's really good. I liked it.
It's pretty dated now on the gameplay.
Fair.
It was good for the time.
They're wrong. If they would just do a proper investigation, is there anything else I can do?
It sure doesn't look like it.
Oh boy.
Uh-oh.
Incoming.
Please forgive me. Fine, let's go.
Yay.
This is how it has to be. I'll escape with you.
Maria Ross is broken out. If she resists, the order is shoot to kill.
Did anybody else notice his eyes? His eyes are purple.
Wait.
Who else has purple eyes?
Let me see.
Not there.
No, there. But then when he turns around,
did you see it?
Might be. It might
I noticed
be
it earlier when he was sitting at the table.
So Envy's eyes are purple?
I think so, yeah.
You're that guy!
Again.
Oh, and now they got him too.
Hey guys, what are you up to?
Uh-oh.
Oh, shit.
You're Maria Ross, right?
Roy.
Oh.
Shit.
What was that?
Damn.
Oh, dude.
Didn't even give her a chance.
That fucking sucks.
Ever since Hughes died, he hasn't been in his right mind, unfortunately. And I think he just acted out too rash here. It's just...
way too rash.
That sucks, man. Ed. Calm down.
The message went out that if she resisted, we were permitted to shoot to kill. Perhaps then it was one of your men who aided Lieutenant Ross's escape, so you could burn her to death with your own hand.
I could never have imagined that Second Lieutenant Ross would commit such a heinous murder. Compassionate. A truly fine officer.
I was going to say, Armstrong's angry about it too, her passing, but he can't say anything much like how Ed did because Armstrong respects the chain of command too damn much.
The plan was supposed to be designed to get Mustang to behave himself.
He took the bait. Now he doesn't have a reason to snoop around anymore.
See the purple eyes?
Besides,
it's a request for leave.
Request approved.
Now I'm curious as to if in any previous episodes when Envy was...
She's pissed. She's pissed.
You can tell.
What'd you say? Sorry.
So I'm curious now as to if any previous episodes when Envy was mimicking people, if they had purple eyes.
That's one thing, again, on multiple rewatches.
We'd have to go back and see if Ross's eyes, whenever Envy was Ross and killed Hughes.
And also the one guy that Sheska talked to in the last episode. The one who, like, Sheska, he got the information from Sheska.
It's the one that I was literally thinking, like, this could be Envy, and she was giving away information, and then it fucking was.
Yeah.
Yep. But yeah, I mean, Riza... I can see why. Well, I know why Riza's pissed because Mustang acted that way, and basically, I think she thinks that's unbecoming of him because she's just used to him being a much more like level-headed person, but he's letting his emotions get the better of him.
Nobody saw me.
Don't you get it? That isn't the point.
Like 6 people saw you.
I
call bullshit. I call bull fucking shit.
At least 6 officers.
All of the guards.
Like nobody saw you. What's the fucking hole in your head from then? Because clearly somebody shot you in the face.
Ling or whatever his name.
Yeah,
and then
Ling, and then of course the Elrics.
Yeah. All the fucking guards in the prison.
Yeah, who knows how many of them saw him?
Building a signal fire.
Signal fire?
We need someone back here you know nothing about.
We've been looking for you.
Wow, impressive response time.
Looks like a party.
Looks like a party.
Oh!
What was that about?
Allow me to escort you to Risenpool for repairs. You would stand out too much, so you remain here in Central.
Okay.
What?
Right.
Winry's like, wait, I'm the one from there that repairs his auto mill.
Yeah.
Well, of course, there's also Panako, her grandma.
Oh, yeah, she's
well experienced on...
Yeah, but clearly he's got something he's up to.
It's a hidden agenda.
Yeah, he's making a big show of it to make it seem like that's what they're going to do, but they're actually going to do something else.
Mm-hmm.
Finally, everyone's out of the way.
What?
Oh boy.
I was able to locate a witness that saw the man who orchestrated the breakout. This is a rough sketch of the guy. Don't blame this on me, you ugly hag. I'm short on manpower.
Manpower?
Pretty sure she's not ugly.
Well,
pretty sure that is like the furthest adjective away from anything accurate to insulting her.
Well, I was going to say, leave it up to Envy, she just called Envy useless, so Envy's going to call her the one thing she doesn't like.
Yeah, but come up with an insult that makes sense, Like, she's very conventionally attractive, clearly.
You think Envy gives a fuck about that?
Or it could be like, her heart,
Maybe.
deep down.
Or maybe Envy doesn't truly look, or maybe not Envy, but maybe Lust truly doesn't look like this.
Yeah.
Maybe this is just a facade that she's putting up.
Call her titties fake or something, because that's technically not inaccurate.
I don't know.
She's Oliver's fake. So.
True.
I don't know.
I think her design or her facade is just made to entice men.
Yeah.
Like lust,
Well, yeah, she's literally the embodiment of lust.
Yeah.
Looks like you're finally on. Bury the chopper.
What?
That's his original
body with no soul in it.
Oh shit.
So yeah, that's definitely one of the darker episodes of the series, especially in terms of something bad happening to someone who may or may not. Okay, she didn't deserve it, but
no,
Ross
she didn't deserve it.
But it just shows you how the actions of some can really drive the plot in a very dark direction. And to see Mustang...
And now I'm wondering what the hell he's up to, because he's made Armstrong go and basically kidnap Ed.
Yeah.
He says he's doing it under his orders, basically, and doesn't have a choice. Like, this is probably not good.
Probably not. I don't know.
Unless Mustang has put on some kind of, like, outward show that is just, like, like 10 out of 10 performance done, where he's fooling everyone and even, like, somehow managed to change the dental records to, like, Ross's body, like, to fool the doctor.
I don't think he has...
No, I think he actually killed her. But you could be right.
Because, like, if he actually is as good a person as he originally came off as being, then I don't think that he would have believed that Ross killed him either. It's like he should know better than that. But, I don't know.
Well, given where his head's at, I mean...
It would not be the first time in an anime that I've seen someone appear to do something heinous and then it all comes off as just being like a clever ruse to throw off the enemies.
Vengeance makes people do crazy things.
I realize that, but it would not be the first time that it's been a clever ruse. Like with something that looks this much like it's just for vengeance and stuff,
yeah.
But either way, though, I guess we're just going to jump right into the next one. So we'll end it here, everybody. So until next time, I'm Nate.
I'm Kate.
I am Nick.
This is Calliope.
Yeah, and there's Asher. And we'll see you later, everybody. Bye-bye.